Welcome back. Trying to make sure I got nothing hanging out of my nose because I'm getting tired of not being able to use footage because of boogers. So welcome back, and hopefully I checked, but it's cold. It's actually not too bad. I just checked and it's 34. We're going to get up around 39. It's Thursday, but we got some freezing rain and stuff coming in starting this afternoon around noon. Rain to sleet, freezing rain, possibly snow, who knows. They haven't really been right for our area much this year. It is what it is, but it's 34. I won't be able to get out tomorrow, so I'm out today. Hiked through a little different area up over in this way, then I went across the road and hiked that same area. I got a little bit of footage from over there, but I'll probably omit most of it because I'm sure you guys are kind of sick of seeing the same stuff. It's the only place I kind of have access to, so I'd rather come to the same place all the time than not get into the woods at all. So, I don't know. I got the small not old, well, a couple years old, French press today. It heats a little faster. And I don't want to be out here when it starts raining. I mean, it's warm, but it's not warm enough to be out here in the rain. I don't know what to do for a discussion. I don't want to talk about knives. Everything about the outdoors is always knives, steel, knives, steel. Gets tiring sometimes. There's other stuff to talk about. There's tents, there's cooking gear, there's fire kits, and there's more to fire kits than just bow drill in the backyard. Kind of cranky the last couple weeks, really. Don't want to get into it. Just, well, kind of will, I guess. The internet's always been a weird place. There's always been a lot of bullying and harassment and just flat out trolling and nasty people. But it seems like since COVID, it gave everybody, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say this the way I feel. It gives everybody the right to, or a lot of people the right to just be an asshole and just be rude and just bring nothing of value to forums or to comments on social media or anything like that. It's like they're out to purposely drive people away or to purposely hurt somebody's feelings. And you know, it's kind of crappy to do that type of thing. You know, if that's how you are in real life, I wouldn't want to share a camp with you. You know, I want people in my camp that, you know, if somebody's feeling a little down, you know, rally around them and help take his mind off it for a little while. You know, it's all about helping each other. It's not about smashing the people that are trying to help people. You know, that is flat out harassment and bullying. And, you know, the internet breeds it because there's with the internet has brought a sense of no compassion, a sense of kind of no morals, not morale, morals or anything like that. You know, you can say and do what you want because you're anonymous, and you think the person on the other side of that font isn't real. He's just a font, and that's not true. You know, it's an example is kind of like I don't know. Recently, I had some issues where actually it wasn't recently. It was over a month ago. I made some comments about a specific firearm, and I don't want to get into too much because that's going to be a topic of going forward. Dispelling the mythos. So I don't want to get ahead of it. Well, I don't want to get ahead of it because I plan on posting that today. But, you know, and this person just got really just kind of nasty about it. And I just thought to myself, you know, I can be sarcastic and I can be a little bit rude and nasty. And generally, that's because of the way I was treated to begin with. If you treat me like crap, I'm going to return the favor. If you treat me with respect and show me some courtesy and dignity, stuff like that, then I'm going to return that, and that's how I'm going to be. And I've said this a lot. You know, I'm a really nice guy. I'm the type of guy that if I can help you out, I will. I'll do anything in the world to help people that I care about out. And I've even done that to people I haven't met. You know, people on the internet, I've sent them money. I've sent them gifts when they were down and stuff like this. And you know, it's just, that's how I am. So it really frustrates me when people are rude to each other. And it's not just me. I see it happen to other people. And the gang mentality, the clique mentality. It's like a freaking high school cafeteria, man. And, you know, I did my time in high school. I don't want to be around that crap anymore. You know, I want to be around freaking decent people that allow me to be decent and kind. I've actually discussed this in about 8 or 10 videos over the last, I don't know, couple of years. More so over the last few months. And I always edit it out, and I don't think I'm going to edit it out this time. I think I'm leaving it in the video because it's really something that bothers me. And, you know, you can make friendships over the internet. And, you know, those are the people I really would go out of the way for if I can help them in any way. And you know, I've had them, you know, just completely stab me in the back and crap on me. And I'll be honest, it kind of hurts just as bad. It stings just as much when somebody from the internet that I consider a friend and they've called me friend would do something like that, as it would if somebody's sitting right here that's supposed to be my friend just all of a sudden turns around and like punches me in the face or starts cursing and swearing at me and then, you know, takes off for no reason. You know, but it is what it is. You know, I can't control people. And sadly, I will never back off on my morals on what is right and what is wrong. So I will just suck it up and continue to be shunned and ignored. I'm okay with it. Anyway, so yeah. Sorry about that. Well, no, you know what? No, I'm kind of not. So yeah, I don't know. I do have talked to my buddy. I want to get a trip over to the camp in the next couple of weeks. And well, actually I should say I want to get over to the property because the camp's back in quite a ways and there's a lot of snow here. So I'm thinking, if he goes with me, we'll just kind of go, not so much back over by the camp, but maybe back down in a little ways away from the front ridge there that my wife and I hunt on once in a while, and I hunted on Thanksgiving morning, and then another time because there was a lot of snow and I couldn't get back into the camp. Maybe down around in that area a little bit someplace. Maybe take the one of the little twig stoves, heat up some coffee, or just take this, maybe snowshoes or whatever, just for a different point of view. Coyote season's still open. It's the only thing really still open as far as like game. So maybe I'll take one of the rifles and the phone I have some calls on and try to maybe call a coyote in. It'll be during the day, not during the night, of course. I don't know. We'll see. And we got a trip we want to do in May over at the camp for at least an overnighter. I don't know what's going on with this thing. I suppose I could get an update on this multi-tool. Crap, what a cracker. I actually like it. I think I just scarred the blade a little bit, which is fine. It'll come off. Problem is I don't use the knife on here very often. I end up grabbing my fixed blade, or if I have a knife in my pocket. I've used the file a couple of times to touch up the edge of one of my small hatchets, and actually a knife edge. And I never use the serrated blade. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. They have their place. I'm not a huge fan, but they have their place. And, really haven't. I've used the saw, the teeth on it. All the paint's gone. But, it was only like $30 compared to the price of some of them, and it's been pretty decent since I bought it. I haven't had any issues. Then again, I got the mossy oak ones too that I haven't had a problem with. I don't know. My main purpose was to just get out here before the nasty weather, and hopefully not have anything hanging out of my nose. This one, I just heard something walking. I know the trail that's back there, it's a good ways away. It's about I'd say between a half and a quarter mile, or a quarter mile and a half, and it comes around that loop comes back down around out here. But you wouldn't be able to hear anybody. Not from over there. Just about perfect. I don't know if I can't tip it, and I don't know if you can see in there. Nice rich color. Oh, that's good. I used to laugh at those things. It's like, I'll never use anything like that. I'm an instant guy. I don't just go out, heat water, and throw a packet of instant coffee in there and keep it moving. But really don't take much longer than just heating up water, and they taste a lot better than instant coffee. There's a good one. I'll make a thread over on the forum for this one. Actually, I think there might be one. Can't remember. I'll have to go. If there is, I'll bump it. If there's not, I'll make another one. So what gear have you, throughout your life, tested out and like really liked using it? Not knives. Anything but knives. A tent, cooking gear, a lighter, something like this, a little pot or a little coffee maker, what did you just take a chance on because, maybe you saw a couple other people using it and we're like, I don't know. Or maybe you'd be like with this, for a long time I was like, no, I don't want that. And then I tried this one and I was like, yes, I like that. So something like that, something that you were kind of like, no, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to try that. But then you did, and you were like, wow, this is a really good piece of gear. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit more of this coffee. Like I said, I want to apologize for the beginning of this video, but it's just something's been on my chest. And, I actually started another blog. I call it the Grumpy Old Man View, that I'm gonna just start venting some stuff on. There'll be some humor over there, of course, because a lot of times I try to be funny. Doesn't always happen. I don't get paid to be funny. Send me free stuff and I'll try to pour more jokes into my videos. All right. So that's the conversation for today. Let's hear over on Fire Pit Outdoors. What piece of gear were you reluctant to buy, and for a long time you said, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. I don't want that. I don't want that. And you bought it and were like, yeah, how did I do without this? All right. So that's our discussion. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.